tell these new lawyers that there's an affidavit there, and I did not give a proper account.
Yeah, that's right.
And the address. Where? Because you never had a chance to look at those addresses.
Now, the time by then was around 8 p.m. and I was traveling to Kayunga district for a night. Now, this document, what we call evidence now, I need to read through the document. And that's the fact that I told my lawyer. Fact that I just signed the last page. That's why I instructed my Secretary General that before you hand over these documents, which is signed actually, the signed one, before you hand it over to the lawyers, take a telephone and read to me the text of that document, the affidavit that we purportedly signed. Because we had no time to read it, it's done so hurriedly.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I want to get my question. I want to be very clear. One, the police officer, in those ranks, you're only given the last page to sign. And that's all.
Yes,
that's
sir.
What happened.
Yes, sir.
And that's what you want to do.
You will hear from my
After 4 days, you meet another lawyer, a new lawyer. The advice is that the evidence is false. What was this evidence you are talking about? Because you seem not to have had any evidence according to your testimony here.
You're just shown here that
what is implicit? What was the evidence in false, which I think the lawyer that was false?
The confusion now is that counsel are bringing in Lukwago, whom I don't know,
no,
a law firm which I don't know whatsoever, called upon Anthony Wameri to testify on this, because me, I signed before Wameri is here, is a mature person, he can narrate.
Let's forget about it. Now, in paragraph 7A,
yes, sir. It came about that very week that there was.
So you have the document.
And I didn't look. They didn't ever supply
How
me.
did you know that there was?
They are lawyers. Those people are lawyers, but they never gave us those documents to read it through and get to understand what the shoot was all about.
So
That's the truth, my lord. Yes, they returned all the documents. By the time I was even signing the last page of the affidavit, I didn't even read the body of the affidavit because I was traveling and time was 8 p.m. that evening. And the lawyers they are talking about, I've never known Lukwago.
now I'll get to the list, Mr. Kibalama.
Yes, sir.
In paragraph 7A
Of which one?
of the supplemental, after 17 today, remember? You say that the resolution and minutes of the alleged extraordinary meeting held on 22nd Feb are not in triangle, are not true as such. The meeting did not take place. I filed the same minutes and resolution the Electoral Commission for the sake of changing the party name as required in the party constitution.
Yes, sir.
That's what you say.
Yeah, that's what I say.
A former police officer. You're saying you filed falsified resolutions and minutes to a public body.
The time is 11 o'clock.
Not falsified.
You are saying that, let me get the actual.
They are not true.
They are not true.
If they are not true, they are false.
They are false. And it is who filed them. As a police officer, you must have. You know that it's criminal. A criminal charge.
I don't know. I'm not well versed with the law, but for us in politics, there was a need for filing records at the Electoral Commission, and those documents were actually timely. That you, on such a date, you need to furnish the Electoral Commission with the rightful information. So what?
Are you telling court that one, you need to furnish the Electoral Commission with the rightful information?
Yes.
That's what you are telling court.
Yes.
And you're also telling court that what you submitted was false. declaration. Can I also ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Are you saying that we had timelines as the Electoral Commission for you to fight the change of name? Was it a public requirement that by all statutory requirement that you needed to fight the change of name by this date? That needed you to force?
Yes, the PPOA, which is the Political Parties and Organizations Act, clarifies clearly that these kind of records have to be filed not later than 6 months after a party has held its delegates conference.
Now, the question here is the change of name from MURP to NUP. So you are simply telling court that we are time bound to make sure that we file those declarations for a change of name.
Yes, sir.
So that means you have changed the name. Forget about what you filed. Forget about the intention to change the name.
Yes.
Is what you're saying. Because of that name, you needed to file certain documents. Forget whether they are crossed by law.
Yes, sir.
For change of name.
Yes, sir.
So it is very clear that you filed for the change of name.
Yes, sir. We filed.
No, forget what you filed. Forget about what you filed. What is preceding that you filed for a change of name?
Yes.
From NRP to NUP.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm concentrating the criminal part of it. What I've already captured. I want to. Did you know that giving out false declaration to the Electoral Commission to a public office is an offense under the penal code? Because you're a police officer, you're very likely when charged.
Yes.
Okay? As a police officer, did it occur to you that once you sit somewhere, forge, for fire results, public place, to the body, managing electoral business and public, within the time that we are in now, you are committing an offense?
Well, I realized in the that some items committing an offense.
Are you committing?
The full understanding this matter.
No, wait, I'm the only guy here. You know that you are committing an offense afterwards. Is it your evidence that you committed an offense?
Yes, because
My Lord, I want to make an application that we are going to the self-confessed witness criminal, and I make an application under section 98 that this court is blessed with powers, gained powers, that during trial, where it occurs that there was a criminal offense committed by a person, this court makes a finding and finds a file of the DPP. For further prosecution. This has already appeared before you and confessed to that. That's my question. I prevent from the part of the by no determination. We shall proceed, Mr.
council shall make submission on the issue in the court shall make its royal disposal of the bill.
Mr. Kibalama, is this your first, you've been a lead of this party since 2004? Is this the first time, this is not the first time you are applying for the change of name?
No, it's not the first time.
So since 2004, you can confirm this one in court that you have made several requests for the change of party name.
Not several, but
Some. There are about 4. How many? There are 3 times, my lord. I want to make a video that 3 times. Check on the 22nd November 23rd. You put the request for recognition. I want to give you an indication of this one. Yes? Then, that was rejected. And then the second one was on 1st February 2013. The first one in 2012. The second one, 1st February 2013. This time we wanted to change independent national unity party. I want to remember. Then this is the last one, the third one. The one from N, the one on two is the last one. Okay? So your desire, and this is my question, this is not your first time that you are changing this party. Your desire all along, since 2012, you had wanted to change the party name. And I believe when it was finally changed, you know you succeeded what you want at that point. Because you really struggled to find the change.
you can see the names of the name pronunciation. Our people from the grassroots do not easily pronounce these long letters and words. So we wanted to bring that pattern name clearly. If you look at independent party, then you look at the NUP. It's really short, very short and well abbreviated.
So it is your evidence that indeed NURP, when you move the Republican and it is NUP, it is short and it's very people appreciate it.
That's how we look at it. That's what the intention was.
That's the
Shorten the name. And they have a shorter way of abbreviation, which is easy to the native of Islam.
And your evidence is that the grassroots election that you're involved in would appreciate the shorter name.
Yes.
And indeed, National Unity Party for the shorter name,
Yes.
which is appreciated by the grassroots.
Yes.
So, the invitation you are there was done by the Commission. It's going to work from spread, but it has not happened. What has happened? What is so weird now? That this shortened name, you don't want to hear about it. What has motivated you?
It's not meaning that I want to hear about.
Now I'm talking about your evidence.
Yes.
I'm talking about your evidence. What you wanted since 2012 today is shortened the name. It has been achieved.
Today it has worked because you hear what is can easily pronounce.
Wonderful. So now, everyone now can pronounce it. But you're saying it's not you. You are talking about another force. Teleport. You see the moment you report, it is where? It is where what can help. Who are these people who don't want to hear about it? You're saying that it is not me. Me, I've done my part, I changed it. As the party president, as the chairman there, since 2020. But you're saying there's another person who don't want to hear about this. Hey, people, who are these other people? We are going to listen.
I didn't mention that. I did say that there are other people who are interested in.
You are saying it is not me. Who are these? Your evidence is that it is not me. Remember, I said it is not me. Me, I've done my part. It is now shorter them. It is appreciated by the grassroots. It is not me. Who is this?
Because as you may understand what's going on currently,
No, I'm concentrating on this.
I try to bring in new people in the political group, which are, of course, our Canadians, and the new people, the new group which joined us, not so much impressive. And we said, you can take on the administration, because we don't have a problem with it.
And for record, so you are saying that the new group you are talking about is responding 3 up to 8. There are new people you are talking about. That you agree that they should take over.
I wish I saw that.
No, I can read. Number 3 is Chagola Center Robert. Number 4 is David Chris. Number 5 is Aisha Tawanda. Number 6 Joe Senyumi. Number 7 is Flavia Karule. And number 8 is Nyat Fred Center. You are telling us that you agree this one can take leadership. That is evidence.
They could take leadership positions, including the members that were in NURP and I, who were to be assigned the new duties.
Is your complaint that you will never assign new duties? Is that your complaint?
It's a report that I was not assigned any duties. I was sidelined.
You are sidelined.
But I think I will.
What is recording? So if you had not been sidelined, you wouldn't be here.
I don't see the circumstances. What circumstances that bring me to be here?
Is it because you are sidelined?
Very unexplainable. You can't explain the circumstances why I'm here. Me already, I thought I was operating within the law. Then I brought in new people, new people in the party. The intention was to bring our party into limelight of real politics.
Yes.
And for me, whether given a portion of what to do or not, it didn't concern me at all. I knew the thing was moving positively. I knew guys who were there. I didn't have any bad feeling about it.
Where did the bad feeling come in? Later, sometime. What happened?
The bad feeling probably could be that all the people that I came with to join the other team, people who should be in the rightful position, were all sidelined and were not assigned the duties. They're not invited for meetings. So that one, I left those guys to fight it out.
Now,
But my people were also sidelined. I don't know why.
can this one also mean that's why you had to go and consult another lawyer? Because when you had this complaint from your other colleagues you came in with, probably is it what prompted you? Because that's what I was asking. Is it what prompted you?
It's one of the issues.
One of the issues. So the reason the evidence changed is that when you consult and said my colleagues have not been considered, which is among the issues, it prompted to have another evidence on record. Yeah. You say crowd participation. It prompted you to have another evidence because you are. Say it first.
Let me say it clearly. Because when we brought in the party, we brought in a group of members, other administrators, managers. They didn't intend to be thrown out of the arrangement. So today we are out of the limelight, we are out of the activity, we are out of action. So that's why, yes, that's the reason we That's clear to it tonight because I read that.
So, Mr. Kibalama, you are simply saying that your actual grievance is that the people you came in with to join these other new leaders were sidelined. That is your actual grievance.
I wouldn't call it a grievance.
But that is your concern.
I could just call it a concern. It's not a grievance of some sort.
And you are simply maybe suggesting that if this group plus you, if they are signed other beaches, you will have no problem. And you get back into the limelight.
Yeah, because even if I wouldn't be there, I as a person, that you comment my team, was clearly integrated and given the responsibility. Who would expect to have an harmonious kind of, work?
So you are simply telling court that actually forget about conspired results, forget about what I'm saying. But if I get back, if my people came with it, they can have duties and responsibilities, I have no problem. And that is what you want. That's what you're telling court. No, forget about the matter. Forget about the matter. Your grievance is that the people you came with, and I believe the people you came with include Singapore. So Singapore is also suspended because of this. That is your difference. You was also sidelined. It's out of the arrangement. And also that's why it's also agreed.
I wouldn't say it's agreed,
but it's not happy.
Probably not agreed as such. Because
they are the same concept.
This is political party, this is politics, this is whatever. So
now, you've worked with several regimes, and you know party changes membership. I want your wise advice, because at your age, you have seen a lot. Did you expect once you invite other members, still hold on and have those interests and your members to be consulted? Is it different? Is it in the constitution that the government will change leadership, I should always be consulted, and my other members should be given duties and roles?
Well, it's natural
it's natural that
when you read looking is so high, you need to be consulted, you need to give wisdom, advice, and so on. But when you are sidelined, you know we are missing in the hierarchy. Probably to me, you leave it at that.
I want to thank you very much for that. But the one last question. You know there's a National Consultative Forum where all political parties have that forum and they meet at the Electoral Commission.
Yes, sir.
And you are still a representative of National Unity Platform. As per the records.
What I know, as per records at
the Electoral Commission, you are still a representative of National Unity Platform. Forget about other things we're talking about.
And I will separate the budget and the finance committee.
You are also on top of that, the Secretary of Finance and Budget Committee.
I'm aware of that one.
And mostly, when you say you are sidelined, these very party leaders and members nominated you as a registered political party that affected the change. Forget about that. It is this party, the members, the National Unity Platform, you are representing in that National Electoral Commission or National Consultative Forum, where you are also a member.
Yes, sir. The fact is that when we change the party name, yes, when we change the party name, the membership for lifespan of the National Consultative Forum was still ongoing. Because we renew our membership every 5 years or every 4 years of parliament. Now, when we came to the National Unity platform, I still retain that representation because time I did not come to renew the membership.
And these party leaders, your party has not recalled you. There is no such a
The
thing.
party has not recalled me because there is no way they call me.
No, they have not, because that's what I want. There is no letter that you have been recalled from that
No, sir.
National Consultative Forum as a member of the National Unity Platform.
No, sir. I still remain representative.
But you still want more of the duties in the party.
Of course, the main reason why I started my political party. Only because we have this country, serve our communities, and there's a lot to do.
Most of that, those are the questions I had for the
Mr. Kibalama, maybe somebody else will questions. Confirm that at the age of 59, please don't communicate with those people. Communicate with the coach. Or you need your tablets. No, you apply to court, have your tablets. Do you also need water in addition to the tablets? Just going to chew them. Please make Malone through you made a supplier of the gentleman's medicine. Supply itself before we get into another catastrophe.
Correct.
Are you ready for the questions before you receive your medicine? Thank you. At the age of 59, you are considered a man of advanced age in Uganda, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that age comes with a level of wisdom which you carry with you. I object.
He told him, are you ready to proceed? And he asked him, are you ready to take question? And he said so. Now, but you come, it says here, fear. He's a police officer. A retired police officer. Don't make it appear like now the fellow is this and he can tell us anything that he wants. Now when you begin throwing in a towel for him before please let me implore. If you cannot forgive, please let us. It's your help to enter the room first.
Before we leave the subject, my lord, and having followed you, I will very strongly apply at this forum that you write another book on professional ethics at the bar. As a celebrated person. But my lord, before you do that, I will continue with the cross-examination. And Mr. Kibalama, that the wisdom you carry at that age comes with a level of responsibilities to this country, correct? You think so? And that you know what has caused turbulence in the political history and life of this country, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where do you reside?
Carry.
Yes, Karen. You've been in Bali. Do you have a residence in Bali?
When security gets reserved,
No, he has mentioned already.
just leave it at that.
All right. For how long have you resided in Bali? I will not go to whether you intend to continue.
2 weeks now.
For 2 weeks. And that you have been under the protection of security. True, false?
Well,
Yes, no.
I've been understood.
You've been under state protection. He has answered.
Why would I play questions touching like answer to research? The percentage, yes, but then that's an info after training, go to the break over, and my class asks us questions which are relevant to after that.
Don't guide on one of the
Most obliged, madam. I do not intend to restrict my early application.
It's not covered to answer it, they say, or if you say, let's avoid the right again. We shall spend the whole day here.
Thank you, my lord. I am very well guided and schooled in knowing how to protect witnesses. I am an officer of this court. So my colleague would rather best settle his intentions of interjection. So, Mr. Kibalama, did you apply for security? You did not apply for security. Good. Let me take you to these affidavits of the affidavits that where you say the third page, the one originally drafted by Ugandan Company Advocates, this particular one of 14th September. Look at it. Did you say you signed it at 8 p.m. and you were heading to Kayunga?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give it to me. So after signing this affidavit, did you proceed to Kayunga?
I did.
You did. Okay. And you signed it hurriedly, without adequate consultation.
Yes, sir. Because I didn't read even the content of
Okay. So the second one, which was prepared by Barunji, by Ghana and Company Advocates. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Where did you sign it for?
I signed it from a hotel.
From your hotel. Which hotel is this?
It's a very small place in Uganda.
At Uganda.
Where I was.
That's where you were. With who? Who was in attendance?
There was Singapore, movement,
Okay. Someone who delivered the paper. Who sent you the paper? Was he working with Barunji and Company with your lawyers? That is Barunji by Ghana.
Yes,
Did you establish his or her name? Yes or no?
it was the name of Prosper.
Prosper. Okay.
It was a friend of mine.
He was a friend of yours. Is he a lawyer? Since he's your friend. Is he a lawyer?
It's not a
He's not. Is that all? Ah. That is all. You need time to swallow it, Mitch? It's all right. You ready, sir? So after going to Kayunga, on the day you saw the first affidavit, how many days did you spend in Kayunga? Days. Presumably you came back on the 17th or 16th, somewhere around. Good. Mr. Moses Kibalama, please look at this affidavit. And what I'm showing you the affidavit in miscellaneous application 492 and 493 of 2020. Is that your signature, sir? You already owned it earlier. When was it signed? Going by that. At what time did you sign? Around 4 p.m. Please return to me. Here's mine. So, after signing the first affidavit hurriedly, on 14th September 2020, at 8 p.m., you went to Kayunga, spent there 2 days. But on the same date, at 4 p.m., this time earlier than the original affidavit, you signed another affidavit before another lawyer. Does that propel your credit as an old man?
Well, it was a critical moment that, when I consulted, I advised that you made a mistake by signing the first affidavit. And lawyers actually what we need. Never sign any legal document, which is without reading.
Incidentally, thank you for that information, but that's not my question. The question rotates on date and time. You signed an affidavit on 14th of September at 8 p.m. Immediately after signing that hurriedly, you proceeded to Kayunga and returned after 2 days. But still on the same date at 4 p.m., presumably before you signed the affidavit drafted by Rupaga and Kampani advocates, you signed a retracting affidavit at your hotel on the same date earlier than the original affidavit, which is which?
No. There are those affidavits part of and the documents talking about from Fargo, the company. I don't know Fargo and company.
It's the one you signed up with.
You're going to mean the private place.
So the question is asking, but it's another document, the same date. You're filing another affidavit, the same date. The question is just not about which lawyer. They're the same person, because the other one you signed while you were anyway. Then you signed another one retracting, the other one you were in a hurry, on the same day. The question is not about lawyer. It's about the documents you sign. Now, if you signed one earlier, how would you have retracted? You signed it later, but now the one retracting is earlier. That's the question is asking. I hope I get it.
Yes, that's correct, madam. The retracting one is signed 4 hours before
the one. That's the question. It's around the time.
My lord, I signed it. Without knowing the truth. Without knowing. Without even having the particular.
Okay, the quantity. When you sign, you see, it's pushing you towards one of the two must be a lie. You're either telling a lie on the other one, or you're telling a lie on this one.
Relying.
Where is the truth? That's what it's going to establish. If you're saying I signed at 8, how come you signed this one at 4? It cannot be that at 8 you are signing, and then at 4 you had already signed something. So one of the two there must be a lie somewhere. So between the two, where is the lie? That's the question that's asking. No, it's up to reading. It's about now the document. One document is at 8. This one is at 8. And this one is at 4. What's your question?
Mr. Kibalama, Central Kibalama, Mkonge, you are aged 59. You have a diploma in business administration. You have been a senior police officer, very highly trained at the expense of this country. Okay? You signed an affidavit. Okay. You signed did you say the third page? They gave you the third page. My lord, I would invite you to look at the affidavit, the original affidavit, where you signed the third page. Drafted by Wagon Company and Wamelian Company. Now, since he recognizes Wamelian Company, and Wameli is here. Look, this is page 1, page 2, and this is page 3. First, would you show your signature on that page 3? Did you sign page 3?
I signed the last page.
Which
Of that,
you have been categorical. Page 3.
I signed the last page of that affidavit.
Good. And now let's go back to the question. You signed it at 8. And you had been called hurriedly, correct? Who called you? Which colleague? Which colleague called you, sir? The person who called you to come and sign this document is called who?
The person who called me to sign this was called Louis.
Good. He's the one you've been referring to as your colleague. Correct? He's your colleague in your party. Okay. Good. So you sign that page. But then there is the retracting affidavit, which you had signed at 4 p.m. before you signed this last page. How do you explain the timing? And from signing this particular last page, you rushed to Kayunga for 2 days.
Yes, what's so particular about yes. Timing is
You have been particular. It came from you.
So particular in that particular document.
On the timing. Okay.
What I remember is that by around 8 p.m. I was approached by a group of boys. Very good. But unfortunately, they gave me the document to sign, but the document only contained the last.
That is understood, sir.
The last what? Without reading.
Mr. Kibalama.
Now I've left the responsibility to the master secretary.
Mr. Kibalama, do not be a paper tiger. A paper tiger receives a question and answers his own. Now answer mine. Okay, 8 p.m. Was it dark? 8 p.m. Was it dark? Good. And you proceeded to Kayunga. And you returned after 2 days. Let's go back to the one of 4 p.m. Was it dark also?
4 p.m.
It was daytime. At a location in Mengo, at your hotel? Ruwaga, at your hotel. Now, did you read this affidavit, which was prepared by Barungi, Bayingana, and Kampanako? Did you read through it? And it was retracting what was in the original one. By this time, did you know what the contents of the original one, which you signed after Lewis Wongwe Code? Did you know the contents, sir?
I didn't know the content because I didn't read it. That's what I'm doing.
But you were still retracting the contents.
I just signed it last page.
Do you know where this affidavit of Barungi and Bayingana was drafted from? Were you there when they were drafting it?
When the document was
Prepared.
prepared, the facts that I haven't read it before
And you confirmed them. Well, my lord, for the good of God and time, I will leave the question for now on this. May I say that you are a horrendous liar? Would I be right to say you're a liar? Or somewhere you have lied? I will be wrong. Have you ever told a lie anywhere? Not in your life. So even when you were retracting contents of an affidavit you did not know, you were not telling a lie. Even when you were signing an affidavit, retracting another which you had not signed, you were not telling a lie. Now, let me just help you to know part of the law. Under section 94(1) as a police officer of the Penal Code, when you tell a lie on oath, you commit an offense called perjury, and you are liable on conviction for a term not exceeding 2 years in prison. Does that help you to apologize to court? No, it's information. Since you may not be saying you sometimes you forget the law. It's not a threat. Now, do you wish to apologize to court for any lie?
No need. Because I haven't told any lie.
Good. Under the Political Parties and Organizations Act, which you will refer to gladly, particularly section 15(3), any political party or organization or any person which or who B furnishes information knowing it to be false in any material particular commits an offense and is liable on conviction, the period not exceeding 200 currency points or imprisonment not exceeding 2 years or more. You have confirmed on both during cross-examination that you submitted false returns knowingly. What do you have to say about the offense you committed?
Well, by the time I worked out the papers and minutes and resolution that I know, it wasn't clear to us. We didn't know where I want to commit an offense. But we were fulfilling
Something like that.
we were fulfilling our
But you have been the whole of this position, till 16. You have an obligation towards filing. And you're not aware that when you file for return, you have to present. Let's not abuse this court. I was offenses, penalties, sanctions. They are saying you are not aware that making falsehoods. What you say you made false returns.
My lord,
It's an offense.
my lord,
The former police officer.
my lord.
This is sometimes what I don't want is you go out celebrating that they put up a spirited fight, saying things you want to do. When you're a senior person, that's why it's insisting that you see, we don't want to set a bad precedent. That someone can get to court and say whatever he wants to say. He said, me, I don't remember that. I don't know these things. If I was committing an offense, I'm not aware that I was committing an offense. The entire police officer. Now, what will the ordinary person in our village say who has been responsible for the fight?
My lord. Politics in practice is super different to acts and actions.
But you're committing an offense. Well, and you're supposed to be a leader. Why if your party goes to what could have, and you become a prime minister or vice president?
My lord, what would have happened that we had negotiated with the team, another political team on the other side, and they were supposed to facilitate us with the little money that would be given out to delegates in the form of land, bread, and others, and then we were supposed to pay them the transport fund. But by the time we reached on that day of the project, or that meeting, very important, our friends on the other side wrote to honor their promises. Now,
That pushed you forward.
that pushed us to see
We rather commit offenses, but we have to get it.
no, because we are going to notify the commission, they are not saying they are not progress. Now, what we did was to sit forward and make minutes of the committee. When you watch the report from the medicine field, when you watch our intention to maintain in that particular meeting, some of those minutes, not really that we were committing an offense, but we are bridging a gap.
Actually, my lord, the question is, was he submitting returns that he knew to be false? Simple as that. Whether he knew the law is a different matter. As you submitted these returns, did you know they were false?
There's no.
Did you know they were false?
I didn't know. Because when we presented the documents to the Electoral Commission,
Okay.
they honored them, they accepted them.
Okay.
So what government
So they believed, was the Electoral Commission wrong in believing you? The person who had run a political party for 16 years.
they were not wrong.
They were not wrong in believing you. Good. Do you also agree with me that when a political party is registered, it is a public entity? Yes or no? And a public good. Good. You were on camera saying that you were promised $5 million before you left the party leadership. Is that correct?
Where was this?
No, I'm asking, is that correct? You were promised $5 million or not?
I'm not aware.
You're not aware. That's okay, that's the answer I want. Is it also true that you were selling this political party? You were not selling.
Political parties are never sold.
I never saw.
There is no supermarket in Kampala. In fact, that the political party that is sold.
That's correct.
In any case, you may want to ask for what political or what, whether they go to the political party.
Okay, I'll not cross examine then. I'll cross examine. Now, first, if we look at the affidavit, this one, the one sworn on 14th September 2020 at 4 p.m. You state that there were 41 persons who attended the delegates conference. That's the paragraph said. But not the one in the certificate. You said we were 41 people of delegates conference to elect the new office bearers. We were 41 people who participated and elected the new office bearers unopposed. Is that true? You can read for yourself since you are literate. Please read paragraph 7. And loud.
In preparation for the 2021 elections in July 2020, we held another meeting with the official candidates hotel at Kkooti, where we chose the office bearers for the last party. And I, myself, being for the single Bombay, handed over office to the new executive. Once again, due to financial constraints and the ban